So we're going to talk about lettering in this video. Lettering is really common. A lot of people like to write their name on their project, engrave it on there so it's permanent. And this does a really fancy job. You have to know what size you're going to do. Okay, so I can't tell you what size you're going to do, but you should know that. Your material size is right over here. You type in the width, that's the X, the length, that's the Y, and the depth. These have to be accurate. So type those in, make sure this says hard maple. Then we go back here. We are going to use the 60-degree V-bit. So you change it to that. And then your lettering's right here. It's real simple. You click on it, and you find some lettering you like. So I'm going to use the cursive one. I click on it. I'm just going to do my name. C-U-R-R-A-N. And over here, it gives you a preview of your board. So if this is my cutting board, say, that I'm making, I don't want a big stupid name like right in the middle of my cutting board. I want it down in the corner. By the way, to resize your name, you just drag this, and it gives you a preview of what it's going to do over here. It's too big, obviously, so I'm going to shrink it down, and I'm going to put it in the lower right-hand corner of my cutting board. So I zoom in on this just to make sure it is what I want. You can see I have it too far down. I'm going to move it up just a little bit and a little more. That looks good. So that's how to do lettering. It's really, really easy. A lot of you are going to do various combinations of lettering on your pieces. You can putz around with it, but I just want to go over the simple stuff right now. Resizing it, super easy. Like I said, let's say you want to curve it or something like that. You just drag this back and forth. You can curve your name, or I should say angle your name. There are ways to curve your name. You can experiment with the apps here, but like I said, I'm just kind of keeping it simple. So that's how to do lettering. Pictures are really common too. They have some set pictures in here, and they're not the best ones in the world. You can click on them, and I don't know, there's probably a couple hundred pictures here. Very common ones. You could do you can search. Let's say I want a heart in there. Okay, there's a heart. There's a couple. I like this one a lot. That's cool. Let's click on that. It'll drop it right into your picture. You notice that this one is light and this one is darker. What that means is how deep it's going to cut. Now, you typically don't want to go more than 1/4 inch. The lighter it is, the grayer your material will be. So to change the depth on it, like a 1/2 inch, that's going to cut almost through your piece there. What you want to do is just change it over here, and you can see I accidentally moved this heart over. I'm going to go edit, undo, edit, undo, edit, undo until I get that where there. Okay, you can also use Control Z. The problem with easel is it doesn't group things together, so I can't, unless I highlight the whole thing and move it, it's going to move things separately. It's good for some things, it's bad for some things. So let's say I want to do a sign, and rotate it straight again with, let's go current family. I wouldn't do this on a cutting board, but let's say I'm making this just a sign. And I have this I want underneath. I want to resize it as well. This, I want to space out a little bit more. This, I want to space out a little bit more. I still want them sort of even. I want to turn them. So turning them down a little bit. Turning this one down a little bit. Kind of looks cool, and I'm going to put them underneath the heart a little bit more. I could also just make this heart bigger or smaller if I wanted to. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. It is cutting way too deep on these right now, so I highlight them, and I'm going to go. You typically don't want to go, like I said, more than 1/4 inch, but look at the preview, see what it's actually going to look like. Looks pretty good there. Don't worry, this stupid alarm won't come up on yours. So I'm going to move that up. I'm going to move this underneath it, and then I'm going to do a text here and type in all the people in my family. So, whoops, can't spell. Okay. So it's myself, my wife, and the kids, our names. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. I'm going to move it over. And that's kind of a cool sign. It's not centered or anything like that. I'd have to move stuff around a little bit. But you get the idea. Simple pictures and simple text. I'll do a more complicated video on how to like import a picture and stuff like that in the next video, but I just want to give you the basics on this one.